Blacks in Technology.
Blacks in Technology. Blacks in Technology. Blacks in Technology. Blacks in Technology. Blacks in Technology.
Welcome, everybody, to the 44th episode of the Blacks in Technology audio podcast. I'm your host, Greg Greenlee, along with my co-host, Ayore Selassie. Tonight we have a very special podcast for you. We're going to get into that in a second. But first, I want to go through a little bit of housekeeping. If you're listening to this podcast, you want to check out Blacks in Technology, go on over to and visit www.blacksintechnology.net. We're also on the Twitters. That's at Black in Technology. That's BLKINTECHNOLOGY. There's also a LinkedIn group under the same name, Blacks in Technology. And you can also check us out at Facebook at www.facebook.com/Blacks in Technology. I'm going to let Ayore go ahead. Well, for one, thanks, Ayore, for joining us tonight on the podcast. I'm going to let you take it from here.
All right, Greg. We've been doing this more frequently these days, and it's really exciting today because we have two very special guests that have come a very long way to speak with us today. We have two emerging leaders from Africa, the respective nations in Africa, Rwanda and Cameroon, and they are with the Tech Women program. They're spending some time here in Silicon Valley learning about different things that are going to help them get to the next level in leading their countries in technical innovation. So we are really excited to have Emma Marie Ndoringoma from Rwanda. So
yes, hi Greg. I'm Emma Ndoringoma, as she said. I'm from Rwanda. I work for a Belgian company called Promilec. This is a telecommunication company. I'm a product manager, and I work within 8 countries in Africa. Those are Rwanda, Burundi, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, South Sudan, Republic of Congo, and Democratic Republic of Congo. I try to reach out to customers within all those countries. I started as a customer support engineer in that company. And again, still as a product manager, I'm still involved in different engineering tasks in the company.
That's fantastic. We're really happy to have you here. And what company are you hosting with?
NetOptics.
With NetOptics. And what does NetOptics do?
NetOptics, it is a company that deals with network analysis and optimization.
Okay, wonderful. And we also have Nathalie Ikam from Cameroon. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and also correct your name if I said it wrong?
Oh, sure. No, you said it correctly.
Wonderful.
I am Nathalie Ikam. I am from Cameroon. I am an IT engineer. I graduated from Polytechnique of Yaoundé. And I work with a consulting team that is a Microsoft certified partner called Tersis in Yaoundé. So currently I am an assistant manager. That means that I begin to take in charge managerial tasks. And my daily work is around networking. I'm a Microsoft certified administrator, associate, and many other certifications. I have also a lot of work to do about software engineering, because it's a big part of our activity, and I'm also a Microsoft certified trainer. So it happens that I have to provide training to companies on Microsoft technologies. So here I am mentored at LinkedIn, and my work is about Android, Java, and mobile applications.
Okay, so that's wonderful. That's a lot similar. It's kind of interesting that Nathalie it has a network engineering background, very similar to your background, or not background, but your profession today, Greg.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
And Emma, she's like my counterpart in product management, so got a really cool group here today. Yeah.
A very nice combination here.
Okay, so thank you for sharing about your background. Can you guys tell us a little bit about the Tech Women program that brought you here, starting with yourself, Natalie?
Yeah, sure. I heard about the Tech Women program on the alumni group of my engineering school, and I applied because I was really interested about discovering the Silicon Valley and learn by looking at how people organize their work here. Because as I said, I have to learn how to be a better manager. And I thought, okay, companies here are bigger than ours and very successful, and maybe I can learn from them. So I applied, and after that, my perspective grew. Excuse me, I'm afraid speaking for some time. So that's why I applied, and I am really happy I did it. I'm really happy I was selected.
Okay. And so were you nervous when you did the application process? Was it lengthy? Tell me a little bit about that.
To be honest, when I applied, I didn't really believe I would be selected, to be honest. And it's really when I learned that I've been pre-selected that I begin to think further on how it could be and all that. And after that, I think I was less nervous because I said, okay, they selected me, so I'll just speak about who I am, what I do, and that's what I did during the selection, and here I am.
Very cool.
Hello, Emma. Was there an interview process involved with applying to a Tech Women program?
Yes, we had actually 2 phases. So we sent our applications on internet. There was a first interview at the embassy where we were in Cameroon. We were about 16 persons pre-selected, and about 1 or 2 months after, we learned that we have been finally selected.
Great.
And what about you, Emma? Tell me
Okay. I got to know about the program from my sister. She works with the ICT chamber in Rwanda. She called me and she was like, you know what, I'm going to send an announcement to all girls in Rwanda, and they are supposed to apply for a nice opportunity that is going to be given. And then I said, okay, so maybe I'll try out. I listened. I said, okay, I went to work. As I travel a lot, I was during the time that she told me, and then I came back to Kigali for a few days. I went to Republic of Congo. And 1 week before the deadline, I said, okay, maybe I can try this thing. So I tried. I started filling my application. And now the most challenging part was to get a recommendation from my supervisors. To tell them I'm going to be away for 5 weeks, and yet I did not have someone to replace me within that time. So I started dealing with them, communicating, telling them how important is this program and how will it be important again for when I'm back, when I apply whatever I'm going to learn here. I ended up getting that recommendation. About why I applied because the first thing I wanted to see that value that everyone was everyone was talking about. Any person, any engineer that you may meet, an engineer from Europe, from Africa, will tell you about Silicon Valley. Me, I was picturing Silicon Valley as a valley, geographical valley. And I said, okay, I wish I can only one day see that valley whereby I can see Google, one building, Yahoo, one building, one next to the other. So I was like, okay, I will go and go somewhere on the top and try to look at the valley. I never saw any valley, and the time that I got to know that I was to stay in Mountain View, I said, okay. I'm not happy because I wanted to stay in the valley next to those companies, and now because they put me in Mountain View, maybe I will have a nice view of that valley. So I never saw the valley. That's one of my aha things here in Silicon Valley. That is how it went, and it was good. And professionally, the main reason for which I applied, I wanted to network with the other women. I wanted to be part of this growing network of women, of professionals and leaders. And I also wanted to be challenged. I was sure I was meet with successful women, and I wanted to become a better person from the experiences.
That's great. Excellent. So, Natalie, can you tell me real quick, being hosted at LinkedIn, what skills have you picked up since being hosted at LinkedIn that you can directly apply to your job as a network engineer in Cameroon?
Okay, so it's really very interesting in two ways. First of all, in the company I work with, you have to go towards mobile applications, because till now we are mostly on Windows applications, and we began to work on web applications. So as I'm working now on mobile applications, it will be very useful to us. On the other side, I learned a lot about how they work together. About the methodology of project management, and as I said, there are very interesting things that I learned that I will apply directly in my team when I go back. So about how to communicate, how to lead people to feel part of the decision process, because I think that's one thing I missed in my team, and I will apply it as soon as I'll be back.
Excellent, excellent.
And tell me a little bit about your first impression when you got here to the Valley.
Okay, my first impression, I think I had two first impressions, because we spent 1 week before going to our company, to our mentoring company. So the first impression when I got here was that people were very nice, very kind, and it was very special to us, because to me especially, because I was coming from far away, and it was very special. And when I got into LinkedIn, I was very impressed by the size of the company, the number of employees, also the culture of the company. It's very casual. I think it's much more casual than in Cameroon. And to be honest, I was also impressed by the means. I mean, you have a lot to do to reach that level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think these were my two first impressions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so, Emma, I'm interested. What have you been doing since you got here? Like, can you kind of give me like a summary of how about the most exciting things you've done since you've been here?
Okay. I had fun.
You came all this way just to have fun?
I'm not telling this, but you have to meet a lot.
Yes,
okay.
The best part.
Yeah. Okay, I had fun, and at Metopics, this is a security company to deal with the security. Anytime that you provide a network, whether wireless or wired, it has to be secured. It has to be analyzed and monitored. So that is the reason why at Metopics, I was feeling like I'm completing what I do, and I'm going to perfection of my daily job. LinkedIn is not a typically big company here in Silicon Valley. pt.1 is a great, if I can say, it's a great community whereby they provide you what you asked for. I wanted a small company. I said, okay, though it is not small, they have 150 employees, but I said I want a small company whereby I can learn how departments communicate, how how one person work with others. How do you feel when you are in a team? I wanted like to change from one team to another team, to meet the human resource, to meet the marketing manager, to meet. If I can say, up to now I've met every person in each and every department. The manufacturing department, software engineering department, SQA department, that is software quality assurance, and product management department. Particularly in the product management department, whereby they teach me what is product management in the concept of netoptics. It's not different from what is product management from Promilec, but I have some added value on my skills. And I'm also in SQA department, software quality assurance, whereby I learn mostly about automation. Anytime that you do test software, you have some tasks that you do like every time. Those tasks, they need to be automated, and that is one of the things that I wanted to learn, and that is what I did in netoptics.
That's very cool how you described coming into this company, coming such a long way, and then coming into this company and then working with people and talking with people and learning about all facets of the business. How did you do that? Did you go up and just ask people, or did people make introductions? How did that come about?
What happened, the time that I reached, I had a project, and this project was not really matching with what I wanted to do. I worked on that project at the first 2 days, and the third day I asked my professional mentor to organize for me a meeting. I was supposed to meet with my professional mentor and discuss about what is the progress and she invited everyone in the software quality assurance team, because that is the team that I was assigned to. We had a meeting. I told them the reason why I came here, what I wanted to learn. They asked me what I wanted to learn, and I told them, because the first thing that they will tell you in netoptics, they will tell you whenever you are in this company and when you want to be part of this company, you have to. There are some of the things that you have to learn. You have to be clear on what you want, and everything here is transparent. So whatever you want to communicate it. I told them. Back home, I started my own business. I recently started my own business. I have a company in Kigali called Fidelix that does consultancy. It does consultancy in 3 countries. And I told them, okay, now I'm a new business woman. I want to learn like everything in this company. I want to know how it goes from the top up to down, but mostly the organizational skills. So they told me no problem. They started organizing for me meetings from each and every department to see how departments they interact, how they work, mostly management part. And again, on the technical part, I told them what I wanted to learn, and they provided.
Wow, that's great. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could get that to happen without being in a program like this?
No. Definitely no. Because this program has what can I say? It has a nice status. When you are there and you are she's a tech woman. She's an amazing leader. You are already leaders. No, we are there as leaders. So we are okay, she's a leader. She's the next leader of Africa. You have to give her whatever she needs, or whatever we think she may need as a next leader of Africa. Yeah.
If I may add something to that, the program is not only about our mentorship company. We had a lot of personal development training too, and even purely management, training sessions about management, innovation, and all that. And we really learned a lot. It's really as a short but very intense training.
Short but intense.
Yes, yes. So we learned a lot. I don't think we would have had it without the program.
Mm.
I think that's very, very inspirational. Emma, what you were saying about, knowing what you want and having that conversation so that you can convey exactly what you want and people can respond to that. I want to talk to you about your mentor. I don't want to mess up his last name, so I'll just call him Mr. Jacques. And can you tell us about, because we here at Blacks in Technology, we believe that mentorship is a big part of cultivating and creating culture so that we can better innovate, we can better create, and then we can build the community. So tell us a little bit about your mentor and how he's helped you in your career.
My mentor here in US. She helped me a lot, and she didn't want to work alone. She gave me like 3 other mentors in a way that I might have like 3 days with one mentor, 3 days with the second mentor, 3 days with the other mentor. That is how it worked on my part. And she was not only checking on my technical part, she was making sure that I have if I can say, a clear objective that I want to attend with any of the 3 mentors she gave me. So she tried to guide me in each and every step, and she provided information, she provided documents, she provided examples. I'm like, okay, I'm satisfied. I think like I want to start mentoring and see whether I can do like do the way that she does.
Excellent.
And what about you, Natalie?
Okay, I must say that I have 2 mentors. We all have 2 mentors, 2 official mentors, a professional mentor and a cultural mentor. But I feel as if I had many other ones. What I mean is that my professional mentor did as Emma. She provided me all the tools I needed to work on my project on mobile application, Android, and all that. She gave me the documentation. She organized for me the possibility to attend managerial meetings because I wanted to learn about that. So she contacted her colleagues that were in charge of that and all that. And she helped me daily to go to advance in my project. My cultural mentor learned me about the U.S. culture. She showed me interesting things, and it's really pleasant. But what I wanted to say when I told that I feel as I have many mentors, I mean we met a lot of very, very successful and very open women during the session I was talking about. And they were really, it was very special to see at which degree they are willing to help us, to share the experience with us, to help us to grow, not only in our personal lives, but also in becoming mentors for others. And we have many of them that organize with us additional events to come. For example, we had one of these ladies that came, 4 of them, that came at Mountain View to discuss with us, answer our questions, share the experience. So it's really special, not only because we learn, but also because they show us the way that we can follow to impact other lives in our country.
I can say a lot about my cultural mentor. She's, if I can say, what can I say? I can't describe her. From her, I do not learn about culture or U.S. culture or ways or places. She's also she has started her own company. She's a global ambassador of Technovation. She's called Anal Simpson. With her, we are soon starting Technovation in Rwanda, and we'll see whether I can help to reach out 8 countries in Africa that I work in. and strategic innovation.
Yeah. And I know Anar, she's a wonderful. Yeah. Incredible. Anything else from you, Greg?
I just want to ask Natalie, like, so I'm a network engineer, and I like, the zeros and ones, and I like what I like to put as the, kind of like the dirty technology where you get your hands dirty and you're hooking up routers and switches and making the traffic flow on the network. What do you like best about being a network engineer?
Okay. What I learned here about network engineering, I'm not sure I have the question.
He's asking, what do you like best about your profession, networking?
Okay. Actually, in my country, we have a huge need of computerization. And what I appreciate the most about this part of my job is that it contributes to connect people and to help them to share digital information. And it's really important to us. We grow in this field, and that's what I like. The fact that it's technical, but it has a real impact in personal life because it allows us to deploy products that will ease your life and make the work and the way of working more efficient.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So there's a real social aspect to why you like network engineers. That's great.
Yeah. So this is my second year in the Tech Women program. So I'm a mentor also with Tech Women, professional mentor. And in the last year, we had folks participating from North Africa and from the Middle East. And this year, now we've got more. We're bringing more of Africa in. And so on our first orientation day, it was like one of the most exciting days of my life because because I just want to try and paint a picture of this day because there are all these women. How many women is it in the program? 8 women from how many countries? 16 countries, okay? And so Rwanda gets up. All the women from Rwanda, they come and walk onto the stage, and they've got all these beautiful, amazing dresses on. And they're all brown and smiling and just these strong, representations of African women, but also technical. And so, me being here in Silicon Valley, I've been working in tech since I was 16 years old, since I was just, very young. Wow. And the assumption, the perception was that I can't be in tech because, some people haven't come across enough African Americans in technology that they're assuming that you're the receptionist or something like that. And so when I saw all of you up there, standing up there, just being so beautiful and proud and amazing, and Cameroon came up, and then Sierra Leone, and then Nigeria, and then Kenya, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is great. And I just wanted other people to see it. And what was even more amazing is that the mentors in the program, so there are other African American women in the program mentoring as well. And so for me, it was very inspirational to see all of you, not just because of the color of your skin, but also because you really represent like this bravery. You've come so long, and no one handed this to you. You really had to apply yourself, and you didn't know if it was going to work, but you did it anyway. And then, you guys had to negotiate with your companies to allow them to let you come here, and then also with your families. And I'm sure your families were like, "No, you guys need to stay here." Did you guys feel that? Like, how did your family back at home and everyone sort of react when you guys told them you were coming to Silicon Valley?
Oh, I am married, and my husband is an IT engineer too. So it wasn't easy to take the decision to come here for 5 weeks because we have a 3-year-old daughter. But he's been very supportive because he understood the size of the opportunity, the importance of the opportunity, and he was really happy for me. It was the same thing for my parents, but I'm not sure that the extended family had the same vision. But okay, as the closest part of the family was with me, it was okay. And I'm really grateful to my boss because he really supported me too. I told him about the program when I was pre-selected, and he was really happy. Really, really. He told me that it's a great opportunity and that he's sure that I'll be selected. He was sure before me that I will be selected. And he really encouraged me to do my best to learn a lot and to come back to apply it in Cameroon. So I don't know if everyone is in the same situation that we, but I feel really lucky.
Okay. For me, going, it's like they're used to. I stay with my parents when I'm in Kigali, but since the time that I left school, I immediately went to work in a different country, and later on I went to Kenya and I stayed for 1.5 years. I was going home like once in a month. There's a time that I used to spend more than 3 months away. So they were happy because it was my first time to come to U.S., but going itself, they're used to. My boss, my supervisors, for them, okay, the issue was to leave for 5 weeks without any person to replace me, and I had so many ongoing projects. So they had to report the projects, and that for businessmen and for us who do consultants and who work on contract, it's difficult to lose a contract because of one employee who is not there. But we managed to discuss with them. We told them we'll come back and be there and replace some other technical staff in your company for some months. I don't know. That is how it went.
You made it happen, and you believed, right?
Yeah.
That's great.
Definitely, yeah, definitely inspirational. I'm happy you all decided to apply for the program and that you were selected. Just hearing your stories is very inspirational to me, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be inspirational to our listeners of Blacks in Technology podcast.
So, do you guys have any questions for us?
Yes.
We normally don't do this, so. Right, Greg?
Yeah.
Now, Greg, you're on the spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Greg, you did not tell us about you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, I started my IT career probably about 12, 13 years ago, and just started, learning computers, being a technical support analyst, and pretty much working my way up from there through, self-learning, through certifications, and just through learning from others, going to different technology conferences, local technology meetups. So I worked my way up and from being a technical support analyst, and my first admin job was as a network technician for an architectural firm. I was there for about a year or so. And picked up some significant skills there, and I moved on to work at where I'm at now, working for an internet service provider in a data center, where I'm doing quite a bit of stuff, doing some systems and engineering stuff and network engineering as well. So I work with Linux, I work with Windows, I do routers, switches, firewalls, pretty much any and everything I touch. We do a lot with cloud and virtualization, so I have my hands in quite a bit of that. Other than that, I'm a husband and a father of 3 kids, two young boys and 1 older daughter, and reside here in Cincinnati, Ohio, and started Blacks in Technology about close to 4 years ago as a way to create a community around people of color in the tech industry. And my goal is to, is creating this platform, this outlet, so that we have a place to come and convene and talk about technology and talk about ways that we can help cultivate our culture and help, spur innovation within our culture. So it's been up for about, the website, blacksintechnology.net, has been up for about 4 years. Last year, I started the Bit Tech Digest, which is an online technology blog written by, with all the technology articles written by people of color. So I wanted to do that as well to add on to what we're doing at Blacks in Technology, which is provide visibility to people of color who are in the technology field, and that's just another way to open up, who we are, what we do, and to give visibility to, the people within our culture.
Okay, that's great. Actually, you have all what I need to know in future. I think you're my dream now. Okay, okay. For other people who are in Africa, what do you want us to tell them about you in simple?
What do I want people to? Oh man, you got some good questions here. You should be.
Yeah. These are leaders. They have spring chickens.
Yeah, exactly. I guess I would want people to know that I'm really passionate not only about technology, but I'm passionate about helping our culture advance in technology, and I'm passionate about bringing visibility to the people of color in technology. And there's times where sometimes I kind of doubt what I'm doing, and then I hear great stories like yourselves, and I hear other great stories around within the United States. And within people within our community, the Blacks in Technology community, who say, hey, I just listened to your podcast and just gave me inspiration, or I just checked out your site. This site is great. This is exactly what we needed. And it gives me that push, and it gives me that motivation to keep pushing and the Blacks in Technology message out there. So if there was anything I would want people to know is that, I'm passionate, and I'm passionate about helping.
Okay, thanks.
I have a question.
You're welcome.
Okay. I would like to know if you are satisfied of the results you have so far with the Black Technology Initiative.
If I'm satisfied with what?
These questions. She just said, are you satisfied with the results and quality of the Black Technology Initiative?
Yeah. There's always room for improvement, and we're always working on improving what we do and how we do it. We're actually gearing up right now to redesign the site. We have a survey online right now asking for people's help on how we can improve the site and how we can improve the experience. But overall, when I first started the site, which was close to 4 years ago, I never, in my wildest dreams, thought that I would get 150 members on the site. I never even thought I would get over 50 members, to be honest. And once I hit 50 members, I thought it was a success. If I was able to reach, that amount of people, even if it was just 50, then I felt that what I did is successful. And once more and more people started noticing the site and started coming and started registering, we're up over 1,000 members right now, and it's growing all the time. And so I think it's a huge success. I think there's more to be done. I think that, we can do a lot more, and we're going to do a lot more. And this is really, now that I see where it can go, I think this is just the beginning. And, and we're thinking about, it's not just, in the United States. We're thinking globally. So we're thinking about Africa, and we're thinking like, how can we, reach the people in Africa, and so they can know about the site, and so that we can all share in this huge, knowledge pool, and this huge pool of talent and resources that we have, just as a culture, in order to see more progress. So, am I happy? Yeah. Am I satisfied? No, not yet. I want to see bigger and better things for everybody.
Yeah, I like the using the example of of Rwanda or Cameroon to say that you can come here to Silicon Valley and you can learn the tools and you can meet influential people and develop your network, and then you get to take all that back to your country and figure out how to solve the problems in your country. And you won't solve the problems in your country the same way that problems have been solved here. You'll innovate in a different way. But what you've learned is you've seen some examples of what works here, and I'm sure you've also seen things that don't work so well. But I'm really excited to see what you both will do when you go back to your country. So I think that would be my next question is, what do you envision yourself doing when you go back home?
Okay. For me, I think it will be easy because back in Rwanda, we have the Ministry of Youth is connected to ICT.
And ICT, can you explain what that is?
Information Communication Technology. Okay. When you go to Google and you put my ICT in one word, you will see Ministry of Youth and ICT, and that will be the Ministry of Rwanda. They don't differentiate youth and ICT. That means either you go to ICT field or you use ICT. They want and they encourage any person who comes with an initiative in ICT. The first thing that I will do when I'm in Kigali, and I have already started, is talking about technovation, so that we can reach out girls between 14 and 17 years. They can start coding. We still have, we already have girls in ICT in Rwanda. They have some camps. They train, they mentor girls. But in addition, they are going to have technovation. That's the first thing that we are going to do as tech women who are here. And the second thing that we are going to do, we are going to be to visit schools and the universities to show ladies that you can study ICT, you can study science, and you can do technology. You can study technology and do. Because most of the ladies, when they finish, they tend to go in different careers. Like, as long as I have my diploma, now I have to do management. I will only do management, and they don't even go to technical companies. So that is what we want to work on.
And so you mentioned that the other women from Rwanda, you guys have decided to do this together. How did that come about?
We are 6. We take a amazing leader from Rwanda. We decided together because you can't do something alone, and it's better to do when you have ideas from any person. We had meetings, and we decided what to do when we are back home. Yeah,
give me a high five. That's awesome. And what about you, Natalie? What do you envision yourself doing when you come back?
Okay, I see many things. Okay, I may divide these things in three plans. First of all, professionally, as I already told, I know how to improve the efficiency of my team. And it's not only about my team and my company. It's really about helping people to be more organized and transfer it. Because as I said, we are a training center too. And I think that in Cameroon, we have very talented engineers. We have a lot of potential, but we have to learn how to use it at the best of this potential. So I really want to impact this field now in my country. Another important plan is mentoring. We are 5 of us. We are 5 Cameroonians that were selected, and one of the Cameroonian emerging leaders has a school, and she already had contacts with many mentoring organizations about young girls and even young professional women. You have another one that also had mentoring initiatives, and we are working on how to improve these initiatives using the contact we had here and the new ways of thinking and innovate in this mentoring. Now, personally, I already had a project to use internet to impact the mindset of the Cameroonian youth. And I have much more ideas about that, on how I can offer simple services to help young Cameroonians to use the information technologies in a useful way for them to improve what they do, whether they are students or professionals or even non-graduate, because maybe they didn't have the opportunity to afford good studies, and use this gateway to provide also personal development training at a certain level when they are ready to listen to us because they already know us through the services we provided. So my head is really full of projects, and I really believe I will achieve them.
Anything else from you, Greg?
You know what? I think that's about it for me. What about you, Ira? You got any more questions?
I think I just have 2 more questions.
Right.
I'm interested in this one myself. So you ladies went down to this place that everyone and their mama knows about and are using, Facebook. And you guys met with a really important person there, right?
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
Oh, it was very amazing.
And who did you meet?
Oh, we met Sheryl Sandberg. And
nice.
It was special because it's one of the person I was thinking about when I was saying that people are very kind and open here. It may be a matter of culture, but I personally was really impressed by her simplicity and her kindness, the way she shared her experience with us, her strength, her weaknesses too, her difficulties. She really seemed to be very honest and willing to help. And I was really inspired by the content of the talks she gave us. She really encouraged us to believe in ourselves, to accept the fact that we are women, with all the obstacles that are around the fact to be a successful woman in technology or in any other field professionally. She really encouraged us to accept this reality, to deal with it, believing that we are able to deal with it. And I think all of us were really motivated, and it will be really useful to us.
You're going to start leaning in. You're going to start leaning in? Yeah. I think you're already leaning in. Yeah. And I really like Sheryl Sandberg also here in the States. So I'm a part of a lot of different women's groups. So I get to hear all the bashing that happens to Sheryl Sandberg. And for anyone who's listening, Sheryl Sandberg is the Chief Operating Officer of Facebook, and she also wrote a book about women empowerment in corporate in the corporate world called Lean In. And so she got a lot of criticism, and many people have said that Lean In doesn't work for minority women, women of color, and some people have said that Lean In doesn't work for people who are economically disadvantaged, because Cheryl comes from a background of privilege. She's never been poor. She always went to the best schools, and she always had people, who were supporting her. Even when she was at Google, they came to her, and she tells the story. They came to her and said, you need to take this leadership position. And she said, no, I'm not made for that. And they kept telling her, yes, you are. And they really kind of forced her into it, and helped her to see, that she was really the right person for it. And now we see what she's doing at Facebook. I mean, I think she's really put a very human face to Facebook, and she's been a part of recruiting a lot of really key, highly talented women to the company. But I listen to the criticism that folks make about her, and I kind of push it aside also, because I think that no one person is the answer to any problem, right? She has a perspective, and she has advice, and some of her advice is powerful, and it's not going to work for everybody. But what I really like about her message is that she's encouraging other women to be strong and to stand up and to go after what they want. And I think for any women who get that message from her or from anyone else, those women are going to be more powerful than Cher Sandberg and have a greater impact. And so when I look at all of you ladies, I'm like, yes, who among this group is going to write the next impactful book? And and I see it happening.
Yeah, in fact, we are writing our stories, and a few years from now, you will hear about us. It's a great women.
I would like to say something about these criticisms. I didn't read them, but I come from Cameroon. I'm not sure we are really that privileged, but I think what Cheryl told us works in Cameroon. The fact of being hardworking, believing in yourself, and not letting others preventing you to reach where you want to reach works in Cameroon. And not only, with privileged women and all that. I think it's valuable.
I agree. And that's it. I'm all out of questions, but I'll ask more questions after we get off air.
Well, ladies, I definitely want
anything to close off. Any final messages to our listeners? Advice for folks listening?
Yeah, sure. Okay, thank you first for this interview. It was really a pleasure to be here to make our voice be heard. It's really a pleasure to do so. What I may say is that I would just encourage people, all of us, people of color and the others, to really believe in your dreams and just do the best they can do to achieve them. Because, as I often say, important things are not easy to obtain. So it's important to believe in us and to be hardworking enough to reach our objectives. And I cannot end without thanking really all the settlement program, and especially my two mentors, Shashi and Zina. They are really wonderful. They are really wonderful to me, and I believe that all the mentors are like that. So thank you.
I want to thank you, Greg, and Mrs. Ayuri.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. I want to thank Tech Women. They have done a lot for us. They brought us here. I want to thank my cultural mentor, Anna Simpson. She taught me so many things, and she kept on following me. She wants me to grow professionally and socially. She wants me to become a leader and a manager, that I will be. pt.1. Okay, what I can tell anyone is this: behind any successful person, there is a story. This story has to be written, and it has to be an inspiring one. That is it. Thanks.
That was a lot. So there you have it. Nathalie Tikam from Cameroon, emerging leader, here in Silicon Valley for another week, and then Washington, D.C. for a couple of days. You guys are going to be meeting with some really special people. I hear maybe some Joe Biden and some leading people in the United States.
Exactly know yet.
Yes, and also Emma Marie Ndoringam from Rwanda, emerging leaders here. Y'all heard it first on blacksandtechnology.net.
Yeah, I definitely want to thank the both of you for taking time out of your evening to join us here on the Blacks and Technology podcast. I definitely want to wish you two the best with your journey and with Tech Women's and with your careers. And you've definitely been an inspiration. Just sitting here speaking and hearing your stories, your inspiration and motivation to everyone, men and women. And definitely continue what you're doing. And wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. All right.
All right. That's it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Blacks in Technology.
Blacks in Technology. Blacks in Technology. Blacks in Technology. Blacks in Technology. Blacks in Technology.